Hey everybody, it's Queen Jelly and welcome back to the Toy Box. I'm very excited, very excited because today we are going to be unboxing our first ever essentially collector doll from Generation 3 of Monster High. It is the Fan-Sea Lagoona Blue. At first I thought the pun was fantasy, so that the sea, I thought it was fantasy, but I think it's Fan-Sea. So Fan-Sea, like fancy with the CY, but it's Fan-Sea with the SEA. But I also thought maybe that they were doing it as like fan because it's for the fans, I guess. But anyway, I digress. She is a Entertainment Earth exclusive. When I bought her, she sold out, and then the listing said that it was sold out and they didn't expect to get more in. But then once they started shipping, my guess is that it was like the canceled orders started showing back up because it said that they were in stock. So that's my only guess, is like maybe like canceled orders are people whose card didn't go through, or they found another box of them. I don't know, but it definitely said like, this is only here for informational purposes. And then there was listing that said it was in stock. So I don't know if you can still get this or not, but I'm very happy that I got mine. As you can see, obviously the box is very nice, as expected with Entertainment Earth. They always provide, and everything comes in great condition. And I ordered multiple things, and I actually had free shipping because I ordered multiple things, and they all came in separate boxes and all in great condition as always. So very excited. Again, as I already pointed out, it says Fan-Sea Lagoona Blue, and then it says Monster High here in this really pretty, like, iridescent, and then it has these skeleton jellyfish and some dead fish and some seahorses here on the front, and that kind of goes around the side. It also says monsterhigh.com down here, which I heard that there's new stuff on there for Generation 3, which is really exciting. And then some really pretty pictures of her, so like a close-up and then like a further shot with everything on. Monster High Fan-Sea Lagoona Blue. This is an Indonesian made one, which I just started finding out where I could find that on the box, so I can tell you which ones I have as we do the reviews. And then there is their barcode, not that you'll find them in stores, but you know, you never know. And it says Mattel, empowering the next generation through play. And yeah, that's all I got for that. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can get this unboxed carefully such that we can keep the box. It looks like I can. Also, I think the stand is what's rattling around in the bottom. I'm gonna see if I can pull this. It's one of those like tabs that holds in another tab type of thing. There we go. And then this can slide out. And then maybe, I feel like it's supposed to be able to, but I think it might be like pinned all the way in, all the way around. Okay, if I can get this flap down, maybe. All right. I was going to attempt to avoid cutting the clips, but I'm not sure how to get her out, and I don't want to end up ripping the box if I don't have to. So I think I'm gonna have to pause it here, and I'll be back in a second, hopefully with her out of the box. Out of the box, we have a little bit of an interesting experience getting it unboxed. So what I ended up having to do was I had to open the top, which I'm really upset because it ripped the cardboard. As you can see, that was just the tape ripped the cardboard off. That I essentially had to open the top and then push it down the bottom, because you see these tabs that are here on the side. It meant that the stage couldn't go up past it. So I took from the top and then I pushed it out the bottom. And it worked pretty well. One thing I was really happy with was there was still two little plastic ties that were just holding like her skirt out, but otherwise it was completely held in with just string and those plastic like loops. So it's the packaging that doesn't degrade over time, and two, doesn't damage the doll. So it's it's definitely designed as a nice in-box collector doll. As you can see, the background is this big clam with like these really sharp teeth on it and some like coral details behind it. And then we have this iridescent shark and some seahorses up there, if you can kind of see it. I know it's dark. And then some more of the jellyfish and some more of the seahorses in color. And then I can see that there's a couple of the seahorses and jellyfish up here in the iridescence as well. And then the floor is that iridescent as well. So I'm going to slide that back in there later, but for now I just wanted to show you that. And then to show you Laguna, and we'll kind of look at her face compared to some of the others as well. So as you can see, as I spoke before, it does come with a stand. This is the only G3 that's come with a stand so far. Hopefully that will not be the case forever, but here is her stand. And also, I'm sorry, I don't remember how much it was that I paid for her. It honestly, to me, didn't really matter. I was going to get her no matter how much she was. So I don't remember. It is a Monster High logo and on a spider web on this like really shiny blue like iridescent base, and then a clear stand with a waist clip on it. And she just sticks right on. Super cute. I did put her sunglasses on. They do come in her hand, but I took them off and put them on her face just so we could kind of see what those look like. She does have really soft hair in the blonde hair, but the hair underneath is really dry, so I'm afraid that it's poly, which is a real shame for a collector doll to have poly, especially with as much effort as they put into everything else. But I could be wrong. It could just be really dry hair fibers, but I'm pretty sure that the color is poly, and then the top is probably saran just because it is very soft. But I could be wrong, again, on either of those accounts. The top of her head, we have this really pretty black pearl headband that goes all the way across. And then she has this little braid here on the front. This was rubber banded to her arm, but everything else is just this like really pretty wavy design. But then she has that one little braid. She has her typical fish scales up here on her forehead. And then she has these blue, they're not really like translucent at all. You would think from the material that they kind of look translucent, but like I can't see anything through them. So, but they are these little starfishes. This is the way that they're meant to be worn. To me, it looks like they're upside down because this bridge is so low. But the way that the ears are, that's definitely how they're meant to be worn. And they do fit really nice on her face because of the fish ears, but you can see the little arms that go down here. Come on, come back off. Kind of see the little detail all the way down the arms that look like little tentacles. You see the suction cups on there. So very cute, very deep blue. And then for her face, she has these dark blue eyebrows. She has a lot of bright colored eyeshadows. So she has some pink and yellows and of course sparkles, and her bubble catch lights, and her blue, deep blue freckles. And then she has this kind of gold lip, which at first I couldn't figure out what was wrong with her face, why it looked like so nude to me. Like it looked like it was kind of like missing something. And I think it's because of this gold lip, because if you kind of look at the other Lagoonas, they all have a very vibrant lip. And this is kind of a very neutral color for Laguna. So I was kind of surprised by it. Plus also that kind of isn't really anywhere else in the outfit. In one of the pictures on the back, it looks like a very shiny, shimmery gold, which would kind of match the gold, but like it's not even like these aren't gold plated or anything. So now I'm really curious how much she cost, because like I don't think she was that much. I feel like she was somewhere in the $30 range, which is about what a Monster High costs anyway. It was just that she was like exclusive to Entertainment Earth, I think, was just like the kind of the bigger deal. Give me just a second. So I just looked, and at the time of recording, she is still in stock, and she is a $40 doll. Just so if that affects anything for you. But I mean, $40 is a bit, but again, the base dolls usually are $25, and a lot of collector dolls now are $50, so like 40 is not terrible. So, but I do feel like, I don't know, she is very luxe. But anyway, let's finish looking at her before I give my judgments. All right, so she has a necklace on that is kind of made out of almost like sea garbage. I don't know how to describe it. It's like pearls, and like there's like a fish hook here, and like seaweed, and like a dead fish. So it's almost like everything's like caught up in a net. Is kind of the like motif here, because that's kind of like what the belt piece looks like as well. It has some sand dollars on it, a seashell, and a seahorse down here that looks like a little skeleton, which is really cute. Now on the front, you can see that there's this little like slit here, so it kind of looks like a little crop and like a high-rise skirt, but it is actually one full dress. You can see from the Velcro on the back. And then she has these long flowy sleeves so they go down to her elbow and then drop down into this long flow. And then we have this really pretty yellow cuff with this iridescent blue paint on top for the gem. And then she has this iridescent print on this kind of like almost seashell like neck brace ring. Oh my goodness. But the cool thing is it kind of lines up with her fingers and kind of gives that like webbing that she doesn't have, that she had in her original. So I think that that's a really cool kind of nod to the original Lagoona design. And then this dress, as like I said, it is one full dress, but it does go all the way down to her feet, and it has this really cool jellyfish motif all over it. Again, it is this iridescent material, but it's a really soft iridescent material, so it's not the like peely plastic version that's gonna like degrade in 30 seconds after you touch it. So this is really nice. Again, it is really shiny, so I don't know how much you can see of it, but it has some pink and blue jellyfish all over it. I kind of wish these were the skelet jellyfish, but I get that they're not. That's fine. And it is a mermaid dress, which I know a lot of people hate on the mermaid dress, but like for Lagoona, obviously like the mermaid dress is the correct choice. So it goes down to just above her knee joints and then flares out. And it has this like really pretty like mesh underneath that kind of makes the like the tendrils to kind of again give it that like jellyfish floaty look, which is really pretty. And then she has these super cute shoes that go up almost to her fins, that look like they're coral with like little fish and starfish in it. So you have the starfish up here and then some dead fish skeletons here and then more starfish on the bottom. And again, the whole thing looks like it's made out of coral. And then the heels are these really cute seahorses. Again, the skeleton seahorses. And then we have some more sea shell detail around the rim. And then no print on the bottom. And last thing, did I point out her earrings? Just in case I didn't. Here they are. They are black studs with a dangle that leads to one of the skeleton seahorses that you can even see like through their eye. It's a whole super cute. And then this bag is really cute. It does have an opening at the top so you could put stuff in, but it kind of looks to me kind of like a floating lantern. But obviously it's a jellyfish, but like I mean like a jellyfish turned into a lantern. I don't know. And there's this really cool like plastic dangles down here, and it is kind of a translucent all the way up except for the areas that are painted yellow. It's very cool. It has a lot of detail. It has that kind of like ribbing, the like seashell spiderweb ribbing that we tend to see with the Lagoona accessories. So very beautiful. Again, as someone who's a really big fan of Lagoona, I think that this is a really cool piece. I think she's a really, really adorable doll. I do not regret spending $40 on her, but I also see ways that she could be more worth $40. But again, so $25 is the base, so another $15 for a collector doll, you know, and especially when most collector dolls are between $50 and $75, it's not not that bad. It's just that I'm not seeing much on her that makes her to me look like a collector doll over any of the other Lagoonas that I have. I mean, she has a lot of accessories, but like they all come with a lot of accessories. And her hair isn't like any longer than any of the others. The dress is gorgeous, but like so's that one. So again, I really, really like her. I love her. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. I'm not trying to complain, but at the same time, I'm not really seeing the $40 here. But, you know, I might be wrong. Like, it could be maybe the material that the dress is made out of is something like that's really expensive. It could just be it's most likely just the supply. So the smaller size you make something in, the more expensive each unit has to be. So it's probably more just for the rarity of it that it's as expensive as it is. But again, $40 isn't terrible, especially because I was able to order some other stuff I wanted and get free shipping. And yeah, of course, we also got the stand, but like, is the stand really worth, you know, another $15 just to get a stand? Another $5? Yeah, but 15, I don't know. She is shedding, but that's normal. Like any doll that you get is going to shed right away. But let me just, since she's here, and I'll at least pull up basic Lagoona. So we have kind of a little face comparison going on between the three of them. Like I said, Lagoona is usually known for having a very bold lip, so the gold kind of feels a little out of place, but it's technically still a bold lip. Overall, like gold isn't like a very common color for people to wear, and I will say that the gold actually shows up better in camera than it does in person, because in person it kind of looks almost beigey, where in the camera it looks very gold. So, but yeah, that would explain what it was that about her face that I just wasn't clicking with. But it's very pretty, and like I said, it is an Indonesian variant, which also I didn't know if that had anything to do with it, because I don't know which ones I have. I believe as far as my Skelectomates, because I know my Frankie was, so I'm assuming it's the same for all of them because I got them all at the same time. I believe that the original ones, I believe I had the China variant, and then I believe I had the Indonesian variant for the Viridescent ones. So, but I'm not super great at recognizing like differences in face sculpts, or face screenings, I should say, when it comes to like the variants like that. Like obviously I can tell like the different colors and that kind of stuff, but as far as like, oh, this one's eyes are bigger or slightly more further apart, like I'm not really good at being able to tell the difference on that kind of thing, which is why like I don't notice like wonky dolls as much as other people do, which is kind of a good thing, but I know that means there's probably some dolls in my collection that are a little wonky, especially because like I'll notice it like way later, if I do notice it at all, like past the point where I can do anything about it. So because there's one of my Rainbow High dolls, I don't remember which one it was, but I noticed that her like eye makeup was completely like not on the right spot on her face at all, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. But anyway, yeah, overall, I really love her. I think she's really pretty. I think she's a great addition to my collection, especially she's a great addition to Lagoona, because Lagoona needs some more dolls. Although she's one of the ones with the higher count now, because she now so she got a core doll, she got a Monster Ball doll. She got both Viridescents. She didn't get a Slumber Party, but then we got this Spa one, which is kind of like the Slumber Party. And then now our first collector was Lagoona. So she is kind of up there in number of dolls. But so she's not like the most lacking, but she doesn't match the highest number ones, but that's okay, because like those are going to fluctuate throughout so I'm glad that we're seeing a lot of Lagoona. I personally really like her. I know that she's very at least at the beginning she was very controversial. I don't know if she still is, because I know a lot of people were upset with her being pink rather than blue, and as someone whose favorite monster, if you ask me who my favorite monster is from the originals, was Lagoona, like I still like her G3 version as well. She's not my favorite G3. My favorite G3 would be a tie between Dracula and Frankie. Actually, that's a lie. It's now Abby. But of the like core dolls that we have like multiples of, it would probably be Dracula or Frankie. So, but yeah, I just love seeing the love for Lagoona, basically. Anyway, I know I'm a little rambly. I'm really eating much today, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you also very soon in the next one. Bye!